Hi, my name is Logan, and you probably know me from MyPayingAds or maybe some other Revshares or other money-making opportunities online. Today I want to tell you about MyPayingCryptoAds. This is a sister or a child website revenue share by MyPayingAds. I'll first start by telling you about MyPayingAds in case you don't know about them. I have been with them for about a year at this point, but let me tell you something about their history. So basically, what happened with MyPayingAds is they launched in March 2015. So at this time, this is a little over a year and a half. And sometime in December, late December, around Christmas, New Year, they hit a PayPal issue. They weren't the first Revshare to run into problems with PayPal. Basically, PayPal didn't want to be in certain money-making opportunities because of the inherent risk of let's say investing, right? Not really investing, but, spending your money in a lot of these. Basically, people were losing money mainly because they were bad programs, badly organized. There were some scams as well. And PayPal is very good at giving money back to their customers. So this became just financially not feasible for them. And they started pulling out of some of these opportunities, even if before there was an actual problem. So MyPayingAds was hit with that suddenly and unexpectedly at that time, and so were a lot of other rev shares. Now all the other rev shares were affected to the point of basically they all, by this time, they all fell apart basically. So they were the only ones who really survived this, and they relaunched back in March. So they took about, it took about a month of dealing with PayPal, trying to figure things out, and then another 2 months to redesign the website, to tweak a few things, and decide on a strategy that's going to work both for them and for the customers. So they've decided that anybody who wasn't in profit, who basically deposited or bought advertising with PayPal, and didn't withdraw any money, they would get all of the value that they put in, or they could withdraw it and leave the program, or they could continue with the program with that money. So what's next? Right, the refund. So what they did is it took a few months because there's a 6-month period with PayPal. So it took 6 months for them to get the money back. So mid July, they got the money from, early July, they got money from PayPal. And then over time, they gave it back to people, including me. I only had $200, but basically I continued. Not only did I continue, but I actually in March when they relaunched, I deposited about between $1,500 and $2,000. And I've been building my account ever since. I was building for a number of months, and then I took my money back. Now I'm back in the building stage. So I'm basically, so far I broke even with MyPayingAds, and I'm in the clear as far as safety goes. I'm in the black, as they say. I'm in the green. And from now on, I'm just building my account, and I will be withdrawing my profits after I build it up a little. And so what's unique about MyPayingAds is that they're one of the few surviving rev shares overall. There were very few rev shares that are still running, and especially the big ones, they all ran into problems. MyPayingAds, not only were they able to create a strategy to help them survive, to function properly and grow all this time, but they also survived major obstacles like PayPal. So they're still running well. They are adding new members, and there are now almost 200,000 members at the time of this video, and close to $17 million in payouts. Now, MyPayingAds doesn't pay as much as they used to when they first started, so they created a more stable program. They're more experienced now, and they know what they're doing. And their owner, Uday Nara, he's an Indian guy who lives in Singapore. He is considered as one of the few really trusted guys in rev shares specifically. So he's become smart with how business works. He's learned a lot of things about it, and he decided that he wants to create another opportunity called MYPayingCryptoAds. So what is different between MyPayingAds and MyCryptoAds? What's unique about MyPayingCryptoAds? It's first, it's a separate entity. It's not like some people were asking, oh, is it like is it like under it? Is it the same website? Is it like, do I get the same sponsor? No, it's a completely separate site, separate finances. Traffic is somehow connected. I'm not clear on that yet, but there's going to be a spillover from the traffic. Everything else is completely separate. So this is a separate site. It's like a separate opportunity by somebody who knows what they're doing. So it's like duplicating your efforts. So, for me, it's the best of both worlds because I love Bitcoin and I love my paying ads. It's working really well for me. It's growing well. It's sustainable. It's not a very fast business model that will fail in a couple of months. And advertising is very, very effective. They're very serious about advertising, about increasing the value of their advertising. There are lots of opportunities to advertise on the site. So the other thing is that, the key difference between them is deposits and payments. So all financial transactions are done in Bitcoins, only in Bitcoins. There is no PayPal, obviously. There's no Payza, there's no Solid Trust Pay, Perfect Money, whatever, to pay for you. None of that is present. It is only done in Bitcoins. And eventually they're saying that other cryptocurrencies will follow. Now this will depend on their acceptance. Obviously there are promising cryptocurrencies at this time, like Ethereum, or maybe Zcash, which is just launching, or Dashcoin, and so on. There are many coins that are already being used. So over time, this is the direction. They kind of open the door into another world, and they will add. So it's not really limited to Bitcoin. It's just cryptocurrencies. That's why it's called crypto ads, not Bitcoin ads. For now, it's just Bitcoin. So let's look at some why that's important. So before, let's say in MyPayingAds, if you deposit it in Bitcoins, your Bitcoins are kind of sold at the moment, and you get a dollar value of that Bitcoin. So whatever today's price of Bitcoin is, when you deposit Bitcoin, it gets booked as today's value for that Bitcoin, not as Bitcoin. So let's say you're depositing 2 Bitcoin, right? Let's say you did this a couple of months back when it was $500, right? So 2 Bitcoins would be worth $1,000. And then the way the ad packs work in MyPayingAds, you get 120% back. So it's 20% profit on your ad packs, 20% return. And that means that on your $1,000 worth of advertising, you earn 20% and you receive $1,200 back. So this would be the same as if you deposited $1,000 worth of Payza or Solid Trust Pay, or $1,000 worth of Bitcoins. Now with the new model, with MyPayingCryptoAds, the way this works is you get your amount of Bitcoin. The dollar value doesn't matter to them. It may matter to you if you just bought them and if it was crazy high price on the day you purchased them. But generally, as far as they're concerned, it doesn't matter the value in the fiat currency, in dollars or euros. So it's the Bitcoin amount. So what that means is, going back to our example, if you had bought 2 Bitcoin, if MyPayingCryptoAds was running a couple of months ago, at $500 value, you would have spent $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, which was 2 Bitcoins at the time. But if you were now to receive that, you would receive 2 Bitcoins plus 20%, not $1,000 value of your Bitcoins at the time plus 20%. So what that really means is, like, today's value is about $650. So you really would get $1,300 plus 20%. So it's like $1,560, which is much more than $1,200. It's like 25% more. Now, this math is not exact and it's not correct, because you don't get 20% based on the last value. You would get it over time. So it wouldn't be 20%. Maybe it would average to 10% or so to really just calculate the value of it. But still, this is so much more. And we're just talking Bitcoins. This is so, the value of it. We're not talking the 20% that you get. Just look at the deposit amount. You would deposit is not the right word to use, the purchase amount. So you would spend $1,000 on your ad packs, and in both cases, except in the first one, you would get $1,000 worth plus 20%. In the second case, you would get $1,300 or more plus 20%. So it's the Bitcoin value. Now let's look at it differently. Let's say this is a year. The 0 is like the moment that you buy, and 1 is 1 year later. If you purchase 1 Bitcoin worth of advertising a year ago, a year later, it is still worth $500 if it's calculated in dollar value. But if the calculations are done in Bitcoins, you purchase a 1 Bitcoin worth, a year later, that value could double, and that could be $1,000 worth. This is 1 Bitcoin going from 500 to 1,000. This is expected. This is what where we think the Bitcoin will be. Now, this is an assumption that we are bullish on Bitcoin. Means that it's a stock market term, being bullish or bearish. You're bullish, bull charges ahead. So we believe, we think that Bitcoin will rise up in value because we know that the overall trend of Bitcoin is up. Now, where it goes in the meantime, it does go down, it does get traded, but more and more people are discovering the beauty of Bitcoin, the no fees, right? Virtually non-existent fees, very, very low. Fast transactions, unlimited transactions. There's no central, some office somewhere that's making any decisions for you. And there's a lot of privacy. Nobody really needs to know what you're doing, how much you're spending, how you're withdrawing. So there's a lot about Bitcoin that's the reason why people are flocking to Bitcoin, and why I feel bullish about Bitcoin, and a lot of people do. And you really need to consider this. This is the future, whether you believe it or not. So, looking what's next, right? Information about ad packs and all the data about MyPayingCryptoAds. So one ad pack, there's only one ad pack. There are no 4 different levels like in MyPayingAds, 4 different types. There's just a 0.05 Bitcoin ad pack. So that's like 5% of a Bitcoin. So, 10 times less than a half. So if Bitcoin is 650, so it's 325 divided by 10. It's about $32 at this moment. So divide your Bitcoin by half and divide that by 10. That's this value. So that's the cost of an ad pack. Now, again, Bitcoins. I'm just giving you dollars because we're trying to do a transition kind of here, but it's Bitcoins. Now, daily earnings, like any Revshare, like any decent Revshare, they depend on the revenue. They depend on ad pack sales. They depend on other advertising sales. If we're going to use MyPayingAds as a reference, it's been anywhere between 1.5% and 2.5% approximately. I don't know. I don't track it anymore. I know, this is what it is. I have a feeling about approximately how it moves, and that's fine by me. I really don't care to look at it on that level. So revenue sharing, it's 120%. So you buy an ad pack, you will receive that value back plus 20% over time. So it's 120% divided by the daily earnings. That's how many days it's going to be. I don't think maybe it's going to be 60, maybe it's going to be 80, whatever that is. Commissions on ad pack purchases are 6%. They're not very high commissions. They don't need to be. This is a long-term game. This is, the reason I'm getting into MyPayingCryptoAds is because I like I said, I like Bitcoins. I like MyPayingAds. And this Revshare, which I really didn't think that I would be joining another Revshare. You know, a lot of us are kind of done with Revshares the way they have been, but this one is new. This one is different. It's coming from a trusted source, and this is why I am joining as well. And I would be doing this even without referrals. Now, anybody who signs, they're going to help me build my account. And this is what you should be doing, showing your results. And this is how you get people to sign up with you. It's that simple. Show them what it's been doing for you. And in this case, you would get 6% commissions on their ad packs purchase. Now, because advertising is more valuable to MyPayingAds, to Uday and the gang, you get more money when those customers of yours, your referrals, when they buy actual other types of advertising outside of ad packs, additional advertising, login ads, withdrawal ads, banners, whatever, you know, anything that's paid for separately, you get 10%. So that's what they think about the value of those. So they want people really to think about this as an advertising platform, because that is what it is. It is an advertising platform. People are so focused on this 120% revenue sharing that they forget this is advertising. That's what you're buying, ad packs. So other information, ad packs earnings now, withdrawals for the ad packs earnings is limited to 1 Bitcoin per day. 1 Bitcoin currently about 650. It's going to be more. This is a lot of dollars. This is a very, very high withdrawal, and this is in part thanks to the fact that Bitcoin doesn't have a limit itself. Another reason, another result of that is that commissions are unlimited withdrawals. So if you can make 3 Bitcoin a day, if you can make $2,000 worth of commissions, you can withdraw it. There's no limit on that. Because there's no limit on the processor. There's nobody in an office somewhere looking at your money flow. So that's a great thing about Bitcoin. You know, it makes this possible. I'm sorry, my chair is being squeaky. Minimum withdrawal is very small, again, because there are virtually no fees with Bitcoin. So, you know, this is 1% of a Bitcoin, whatever that is when you're watching this video right now. That's like $6.50, you know, for anybody going in with the small amount, even if it's a slow revenue share, it's great. I know a lot of people like to withdraw these small amounts. I like to build for a while, but I know a lot of you guys with not much money need features like this, and this is wonderful. This wouldn't be possible if it wasn't Bitcoin. The ad packs that you get give you a number of ad credits for the banners, and this is 25,000. So you get 25,000 credits for your banners from each ad pack purchase. Now let's just look at another aspect, which is membership, which MyPayingAds does have a membership now, and just like MyPayingAds, MyPayingCryptoAds has 0 membership for people with up to 20 ad packs. So there's no need to spend any money if you just have few ad packs. So nothing, no monthly fee. And you know, 20 ad packs is not a few ad packs. That's like, I don't know, that's $600 worth of ad packs, I think. So no membership for that. Now, if you move up to over 20 or up to 50, which is, if I'm not mistaken, so that's anywhere between $650 and about I don't know, $1,500 or so at this moment. You only pay 0.02. That's like $13 at this time. Similarly, 50 to 100, and then over 100, which is a maximum. So not very different from MyPayingAds. I think MyPayingAds right now is $60 a month for unlimited high number of ad packs, and here it's 1/10 of a Bitcoin, which at this moment is $65. So that's your membership. It's congruent with the number of ad packs. It's not going to hurt you. It makes sense. It really goes. It's in line with the generated with the profits that you have with your ad pack earnings that you get. So again, this is MYPayingCryptoAds. I kind of tried to stuff everything in one video and one presentation. I hope it wasn't too much, but I tried to answer all of these questions and concerns that people typically have. So to sign up to get my link, please enter your email below and you will get the link to join me. And if you have any other questions, you can contact me on Facebook, through email, or on YouTube, wherever. And I hope to see you inside. Take care.